These are Borah voices.
This is Chuck McHenry, and I'm a hall monitor right now for the PSAT that's happening at Borah High School, and just maybe 4 feet right behind this wall that I'm leaning up against is probably some poor kid who's bleeding out of his eyes. He's thinking so hard trying to get some of these math questions done. But I wanted to let you know that you're getting ready to listen to episode 18 of the Borah Pridecast. This is our 4th season, and we're very excited to be underway. I hope you enjoy all the things we have in store for you this year. In this episode, we spent a little time at the Borah Homecoming Carnival, and of course we have our prep period go call with one of our new art teachers. And you hear the voices of some new sophomores as they come into Borah for the first time, and some of their reactions to being in this big, spread out, busy high school. Thanks for listening.
These are Borah voices.
Mr. Rose, what do you think of when you hear the word carnival?
Carnies.
Ooh, scary carnies, like toothless scary carnies saying, "Hey, come over here, throw this ball at some things in a bucket.
That's right.
Win some prizes."
I also always think about games that you just can't win because they're rigged against you.
It's true.
You know it is. You know they are. But you want that little pink teddy bear. So you're throwing your arm out, always losing on the little milk stack game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty soon you're $20 in and you still don't have a stuffed animal prize.
That's correct. And your girlfriend's angry because you obviously can't throw.
That's right. And then you get on the ride, the spider that goes around and around and up and down, and you end up vomiting on the people below.
Yeah. You do. You puke cotton candy through your nose.
Yeah.
This is what I know about the carnival.
That was me when I was 12.
Yeah.
But this carnival was the one that we had for homecoming here at Borah High School on the 11th of October, and it was a mass group of kids out there having a good time, bunch of club booths, including our own Pridecast booth, wherein we had kids come up, pick a random question, offer up an answer, and they got a piece of candy. And so let's hear what some of the kids had to say.
Come on, Fry. Adults are welcome. Here we go.
Okay. My name is Yasmin. Which words or phrases do you most overuse? I think I overuse the word like all the time. I overuse that word too much. So these are Borah voices. And
Have a piece of candy. Thanks,
Thank
Yasmin.
you.
And then you have to read it into the microphone.
My name is Milanka.
That's Milanka.
Yeah.
Say your name, Milanka.
My name is Milanka. Tacos on pizza. This is Borah voices.
Good job. Have some candy.
My name is Laura Irwin. My question is, what time would you show off in the talk show? And I would show off my singing. These are Borah voices.
And into the microphone.
All right. Okay, my name's Amy, and the question is, what is the best thing about school? There's a lot. I think it's like some of the classes, some of the teachers have been great, and also like Homecoming Carnival and all the like events at school is really good.
Hello, my name's Olivia, and my question is, what is it that you most dislike? And I really dislike writing essays. I'm sorry to all English teachers. These are Borah voices.
My name is Ray. Who is your favorite teacher and why? My favorite teacher is Ms. Sakumano because he explained me a lot with geometry and learn a lot of things.
Excellent.
My name is Travis Elman. The question I got is, what is the best thing about school? To me, I think the best thing about school is the student interactions with the teachers and the community events that schools can have. These are Borah voices.
Okay, my name's Hannah Johnson. The question says, what is it that you most dislike?
Bora voices?
Andy. Oh, Andy? Okay.
Okay. The question is, what do you consider your greatest achievement? For me, honestly, I honestly have no clue. I really don't. But who knows? Maybe one day I'll find an actually legit answer.
What is the best thing about school? For me personally, the best thing about school is just being able to connect with so many people that are outside of my circle and outside of something I would usually connect with. So I just like seeing all the individuality around here and being able to interact with that.
Alright, I'm Natanya. Who is your favorite teacher and why? Probably Mr. Rose.
Rose wins.
Because it's a cool class and you're chill about it.
My name's Corinne, and my question here says, who is your favorite teacher? Okay, I have many favorite teachers, but for them now, they're credits. It goes to Mrs. Olsen. My English teacher. Yeah, she's my favorite teacher. I love her. Yeah, thank you. This is our Borah Voices.
Perfect.
Who is your favorite teachers in life? Mrs. Ruler, because she helped immigrant people.
Perfect.
Yes.
What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn? Say, these are Borah Voices, right into the microphone.
What? No.
Yeah!
These are Borah Voices.
Perfect. Have some
Okay, I'm Sharae. What is the best thing about school? Some of the classes, honestly. These are the Borah voices.
Perfect. Have some candy. Willie, you want to go?
What fictional place would you like to go to?
Hey, what's your name?
My name is Will. What's your name? Oh, this is hard. Like a place where I don't have to make really hard choices on the spot.
That is a fictional place.
Yeah. These are Borah Voices.
Thanks, Will. Will, what was your score on the ACT? You got all of it, didn't you? What is that, a 36? You can have 2 pieces of candy, how about that? And some chips, it looks like. All that and 2 bags of chips.
My name is Trinity. The question says, on what occasions do you lie? Hold on, let me think about this. When I don't want to get in trouble.
You only gave your first name.
Trinity Bell.
Now she's really in trouble.
Oh, you lie so you won't get in trouble, is that what you mean?
Yes, I lie. I don't really lie that much though. I just tell my mom because she trusts me.
That makes sense.
What else do I do?
You say, these are Borah Voices?
These are Borah Voices.
Fantastic. Then you get a piece of candy. Yeah, you can put that back. Thank you.
If you had to change your name, what would you change and why? I will change to Jukes.
The Deuce?
Jukes.
Oh, Jukes?
Yeah.
Why?
Because one of my friends, his name was Jukes, and he was my favorite friend, and just dead, passed away.
Right, so it'd be the Honor Jukes. Good.
Yeah.
Can I get another? These are Borah Voices.
It's a Borah Voices.
Fantastic.
These are Borah Voices.
Okay, calling Mrs. Sakagawa, teaching here for the first time, and then I think she was, I don't know, Nampa. We'll ask her. 4-4.
Hello.
Mrs. Sakagawa, welcome to the prep period cold call. How are things going for you?
Things are going great. I'm loving it here at Borah so far.
Good. Okay, tell us what you're teaching and where you came from. Because I know you were teaching in Nampa?
Yes.
Okay,
so now I'm teaching digital photography, and I am teaching drawing this semester, and then next semester I'll be doing digital photography, drawing, and ceramics.
And ceramics. Wow, you got a plate load full.
Yes, definitely.
So that means you're traveling with a little cart from, like, place to place, right?
Yes, I do have a cart for 2 classes out of the day.
Okay. Yeah, well, it happens, right?
Cart.
Okay, well, we're glad you're here. I've heard great things from the students.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I just hear over and over great things. So I enjoy that. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to back up a little bit.
Okay.
And I know who you student taught with. Can you explain that experience and what student teaching is?
So when I was finishing up my degree at BSU for art ed, I student taught here and in Nampa, and that's actually how I had the job that I was at before here, was through the student teaching that I did in Nampa.
Okay, I don't care about Nampa at this point. Okay, talk about your teacher here that you worked with, because I heard he's a great guy.
And then I student taught for someone named Mr. Rose.
Oh, that's me. By everybody listening, that's me. Okay, go ahead now.
And it was a great experience, and that's kind of where my mind always stuck, was working here at Borah, because I just loved the atmosphere here, and I liked working with you as well. So I was super excited to come from being kind of the lone art teacher to having you and Miss Compton to work with too.
Yeah, now we have a team, which is great. I was part of the interview process, which I was thankful to do, and that was really fun. And, you gave me a call and said, I want to be there. So that was really good, and I'm just so excited for you to be here. And the same philosophy, and like I said, the kids love you, so that's just fantastic.
I love hearing that.
Good. Any difficulties so far?
I ultimately, it was just all up front, just kind of making sure that I had all my lesson plans ready to go. And so over the summer, it was really just a kind of a scramble to get especially for photography, what I wanted to teach set and ready to go. But kind of now I'm feeling more settled and liking it. And it's calmer in the high school. So I feel like I can get things together easier.
Yeah, I did middle school for 3 years, and I was out of there. I don't know how people do that.
Yeah, it's a totally different experience. So.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you like it here and you're feeling comfortable. Every time I see you walking around or talk to you, you sure look comfortable. It looks like it just fitting right in with the rest of us.
Great, yeah.
Cool. Okay, something that we don't know about you is that you were tongue-tied as a child. What does that even mean? I always hear that term tongue-tied, and that just means you can't speak. Like you're quiet. But that's not it. That's not the real thing.
I was that too. Also, when I was little, I'm a lot louder now than I used to.
Oh, good. This is loud for you? Okay,
I think so. I think I talk more than I used to. But.
Yeah, learning something new every day.
So a lot of kids are born where they're tongue-tied. It's like that little piece of skin under your tongue. It's
your flangellum.
Yeah, too far forward.
Mm-hmm.
And so all it really meant for me is that I couldn't stick my tongue out really past my lips at all until I actually had to go in and get a surgery. And most kids get it done right when they're born, and my mom stopped them. So.
I see. Why'd she do that? Any ideas?
I was super premature, so they did a lot of poking and prodding when I first came out, and it was one more thing she didn't want them to do.
I gotcha. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Secondly, you know a lot about the Japanese culture now. This is not your original name, not your born name, but you're married and you have one little kid, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And tell us a little bit about that, your husband and how that came about, and what you've learned about the Japanese culture, because I'm fascinated.
I actually would have to say I don't know that much about Japanese culture. I know more than when I started, or before I married my husband, of course, but they're actually 4 generations over in Hawaii. So I kind of know more about Hawaiian culture than I expected to know.
Gotcha. And one other thing, we're getting towards the end here. I only got a minute. You only have a minute. You're a busy person. I get it. Tell me about your tattoos. You have a lot of tattoos, which I absolutely love. Tell us about that.
So at the risk of encouraging students to get tattoos young, I started pretty young and actually got my first tattoo when I was 15. So when I do talk to the students about it, I tell them to wait till they're a little bit older.
That's for sure.
So they know what they like. I'm lucky enough to still really like all my tattoos, but I've had to go back and get some of them fixed because I didn't do my research well. But yeah, I'm still working on them. I planned on having more by now, and they're just expensive. So
They are.
So hopefully sometime in the near future I'll have my full sleeve finished.
Cool.
And they kind of happen on my travels. Usually when I'm with friends and we're traveling is where they happen. So
Cool. Okay, I would love to talk to you more. Miss Sakagawa, this was a pleasure. Thank you for being at Borah. Our kids need you. They love you. I do know your coworkers love you, and it just seems like a perfect fit for you. I would love to talk to you more, but I know you're very busy. It is prep period, and you got work to do.
Yep, grading.
All right. Thank you so much for spending your time with us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
These are Borah Voices.
Right after school started, I interviewed a couple of sophomores in Miss Ansaragi's English class about what they thought the school year was going to be like and any goals that they had. So these are the interviews that follow.
Hi, I'm Lene, and I'm a sophomore.
Cool. So what is one goal for the new school year?
Just to get through my classes.
Honestly. So far, has Borah lived up to your expectations?
Yeah, probably a little bit better.
Ooh, better.
Yeah, I've heard a few things, the cockroaches.
Oh, yeah. You get a lot about cockroaches. It's not that bad.
No.
People always give it a bunch of crap. Haven't seen one ever. Like ever. 3 years. Never seen a cockroach. What was your best, worst, and weirdest from the first week of school?
Best would be, I guess, my first class with geometry.
Oh, are you a math person?
No, not really, but teacher's really nice.
Oh, wait, who do you have?
Potter.
Oh, cool. I had Mr. Gardner for geometry. It was fun, but I don't understand math at all, so it was a little rough. So what was the weirdest thing that happened to you on the first week of school?
The weirdest thing? Probably the teacher's introductions.
Oh.
Because some of them are excited, some of them are intimidating.
What was who's your wild card this year for teachers?
Mr. Markham in D-Tech.
Ooh, what's he like?
Man, I don't even know how to explain it because he's so weird and crazy and energetic and just everywhere.
Ah, sounds like a cool dude though.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Hopefully it works out well. What's one class that's just gonna kick your butt this year?
Probably sign language.
Oh, you're in sign language?
Yeah.
Dang, that's cool. I tried for a little bit to learn and it's impossible. I'm really bad at it.
Yeah.
All I remember is my name. That's all I got. If you could change 3 things about Borah, what would they be?
I don't know. I was gonna say the building, but the building's nice how it's kind of old and historical sort of thing. Maybe the cafeteria.
Oh, it's always so crowded.
Yeah.
Crowded and nasty.
Long lines.
Oh my gosh, I know. It's so much worse than how at least I remember in junior high. God, it takes forever to get through that one.
Right.
Oh my God. And then what's one word that you would use to describe Borah?
I'm gonna say exciting.
Exciting. Genuinely.
My name is Jeffrey Jenks. I'm a sophomore.
Cool. So what is one goal that you've set for the new school year?
To always get great grades.
Ooh, good one. Okay. So far, has Borah lived up to your expectations, whether your expectations are good or bad?
Not really.
Not really? How so?
I don't know. I thought this place would be pretty difficult, but it's easier than I thought.
Easy breezy. Okay. What was your best, worst, and weirdest of the first week of school?
Not knowing where I was all the time.
Okay, wait. So what's the most confusing part of the buildings? Did you have a really hard time finding your classes, or was it...
The amount of people here.
Oh my gosh, it's been worse this year. The clumps have gotten worse.
Yeah.
In the years passing, they've been kind of smaller in the hallway, but main hallway this year is just a big circle, and then you have to go all around. Oh, it's been weird. Okay, and then what's one class that's just gonna kill you this year?
AP World History.
Oh God, I took Geo. If you could change 3 things about Borah, what would they be?
Less people.
Less people.
More interesting classes?
Okay. What classes would you add?
I don't know, it just seems like they are broadening it, but I feel like they should have more stuff for like skill classes.
Okay, I feel. So like learn to juggle just on your free time.
Yeah,
Go
sure.
for it. Yeah.
So I feel like
sign up.
skills are more important than knowledge sometimes.
That's true. Sometimes it gets a little dense, a little dull. What's one word that you would use to describe Borah?
Crowded.
Crowded.
James Taylor. I'm in 10th grade.
Cool beans. So, what is one goal that you've set for the new school year?
To get like all B's, I guess.
Nice, that's a good one. So far, has Borah lived up to your expectations, whether your expectations have been good or bad?
I didn't really know what to expect, but it's like a cool place, I guess. I kind of like the environment.
Oh, yeah. Is it like less strict than you remember?
Yeah, a lot
Or-
less strict.
Man, that's always good. A little more freedom.
Yeah.
So, what was your best, worst, and weirdest of the first week of school?
The best was like just hanging out with friends, I guess.
Nice.
The worst was being late to lunch. I mean, being late to my class after lunch after going to Dairy Queen.
Yep.
I haven't really had a weirdest experience though.
Soon, though, eventually.
Yeah.
Let's hope for it. What's one class that's going to kill you this year?
Math.
Yeah. Are you in geometry?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I took that class and it was not good.
Yeah.
I was not good at it. So, if you could change 3 things about Borah, what would they be? Like genie in a bottle. Anything you want.
Longer lunch, longer break, and for it to like start later.
Late start every day would be the best. That would slap. What's one word that you would use to describe Borah?
I don't really know yet.
Not yet?
Yeah.
Maybe one day, right?
Yeah.
I'm Luke Darrow. I'm a sophomore at Borah High School.
What is one goal that you've set for the new school year?
Pass all my classes.
That's a good one. I don't have the same goal, but hopefully it works out. So far, has Borah lived up to your expectations, whether your expectations are good or bad?
Yeah, it has.
How so?
I just like having, it's more freedom, I guess.
A lot less, like, stay in a line. So what was your best, worst, and weirdest from the first week of school?
Worst was probably not being able to find one of my classes. But
I still don't get, like, what is it? It jumps from, like, 600 to 700, but the 600 are the portables and the 700, I don't know. I still don't get that one. Best?
My best?
Yeah.
Maybe just having classes with my friends.
Oh, that's always nice. And then any weird stories?
Not really.
Not yet? Well, maybe hopefully soon, next week. It's always good to get kind of through those. What's one class that's going to kill you this year?
Probably math.
Yeah. God, me too. So, if you could change 3 things about Borah, like genie in a bottle, what would you change?
Maybe make the school nicer. Maybe it's kind of old.
Yeah. Did you see, okay, in the math hall, the one with all the rainbow tiles, we used to have, the floors used to look exactly like this, but half of the tiles were gone for like the whole time. So we just got new tiles, so hopefully we'll get the other ones in, but I kind of am liking the mix and match collage that we got going on. Some reds, some greens. Let's just go for it. Maybe we'll be full Christmas soon. What's one word that you would use to describe Borah so far?
Fun.
Fun.
My name is Mallory Ferguson. I'm in 10th grade.
I know your sister. Anna and I hang out every day in the library. Okay. Man, I didn't know she had a sister that's a sophomore. That's really cool. What is one goal for the new school year you've set?
To at least graduate with a 3.0.
Smart one. That's good. I don't have the same goal, but hopefully we make it. So far, has Borah lived up to your expectations?
Yeah.
How so?
Everyone who I've asked about who's been to Borah, haven't like over excited everything.
Yeah, that's
and,
true.
Like, they were like, yeah, it's good, and it's a lot better than my junior high because my junior high was super strict about everything and dress codes, and it's nice to have this freedom.
Yeah, and walk around. I know, that's the part that always kind of freaks me out when sophomores talk. They're like, yeah, we weren't allowed to go in the hallways at lunch. And I'm like, tea, oh no. Like, oh, no fun. What was your best, worst, and weirdest of the first week of school?
My best was probably some of my classes. I really liked all the kids that are in there.
Oh,
and I really liked
nice.
my teachers. I would say my worst is some of the students. They're like some of the students I didn't want to have classes with.
Immediately stuck in the same class with that one kid.
Yeah.
I have the same problem that like every single class, every single year, there's one kid who's been stuck with me since like 6th grade. And I'm like,
yeah,
don't like you.
That's how I am.
Don't like you.
Yeah.
But then every year I see him, he keeps coming. Like,
yeah.
okay. And then do you have any weird stories so far?
Not really.
Hopefully soon though, right? So what's one class that's gonna kill you this year?
Probably biology.
Ooh, why?
I don't really like my teacher's good and all, but like I don't really like him. He's kind of like really like tough.
Oh,
and he like is really really loud and he like expects everything and I'm just like I'm not prepared.
Well, good luck. I know biology was not my favorite. Yeah. I have never been good at science.
Yeah.
I'm really a language person. So the minute someone starts talking about like I don't even know cell walls, that's not even hard, and I'm like, what? And I get lost like immediately. Let's see. If you could change 3 things about Borah, like genie in a bottle, what would you change?
Tough question. I haven't been here very long. Probably to like supply water in like the cafeteria instead of milk.
That's true.
Because like milk that they have here is not very
good. No.
And probably more like places to sit, more benches instead of just in like that one area.
I know we have that. There's sometimes we made the senior garden for that, but then no one ever really uses the senior garden. But hopefully we can like kind of petition, see if we can get some benches put up or something, because then I feel like that would stop all the clumping in the hallways. That's like my go-to change. Like I swear this year has gotten so bad, people just like keep expanding the bubbles. Oh my gosh, eventually it's just gonna be like a block, like a big wall of like sophomores. No offense, a big wall of sophomores like standing.
I get it.
I know, it's like link arms, like what's the movie Us, where they like link arms and stand across the country. It'll be like that, just down the hallways of Borah. So, what's one word that you would use to describe Borah?
Probably like, I would say like open.
Open?
Yeah.
Man, that's a cool one.
My name's Yanni Strada.
Cool. And 10th grade?
Yeah.
Perfect. So, what is one goal that you've set for the new school year?
Definitely pass school with good grades.
Good grades. I don't have the same goal, but hopefully, I know. I tried that one 2 years in a row. Just did not work out for me. Okay, so has Borah lived up to your expectations so far?
Yeah, so far it has.
How so?
I mean, it's practically everything you would expect.
Like?
You know, I'm not sure.
I know. Well, have you heard any like nasty rumors, good rumors about Borah?
Definitely nasty.
How? What have you heard?
Like they were like, oh, his teachers are strict. You gotta do this and that.
Ooh, see, that's one I haven't heard yet. I heard a bunch about cockroaches, and I heard
that one.
You haven't heard about the cockroaches. So there's always a thing. You'll see it probably in the newspaper. We used to have a cockroach problem, and now it's been blown out of proportion. It's not a problem anymore. But every single other high school's like, you know, Borah's the one with the cockroaches, right? Like, no, it's. I have yet to see a cockroach in 3 years, so hopefully that rumor dies down. Just hopefully. So, what was your best, worst, and weirdest of the first week of school?
I don't know. I don't really have one. I guess I have one.
Not yet?
No,
well, hopefully soon, though, right?
Yeah.
What's one class that's gonna kick? I almost swore. Well, that's gonna kill you this year.
Definitely biology.
Biology? Why?
I'm not really good with science and other stuff like that.
I had Mr. Demers, and I loved that class. It was really fun, but we had a whole unit on birds, and I don't know anything about birds. And so then we'd have to like identify each bird by its call, and he'd just play like bird noises every single class period and be like, no, what bird was that? And I'd sit there like, no, like I have like never once heard anything about birds like ever before in school, and then all of a sudden I have to like identify them all. It was rough. It was rough there for a little bit. If you could change 3 things about Borah, like genie in a bottle, what would you change?
I guess the schedule, because Wednesday we enter school a little late.
Yeah.
And that's kind of confusing with that.
Okay, so would you do late start every day?
Yeah.
Me too, and that's a good one. Okay, and then anything else to change?
probably make the school a little bigger.
Little bigger.
At least the hallways.
Oh my gosh, I know. Like, it's been so bad this year. There's been like clumps of sophomores all everywhere. Like, it's been ridiculous. Like, they just keep expanding. I think towards the end of the school year, though, it's going to be mostly backpacks. So just, like, watch out for that one. Get, like, a hockey mask. Hope you don't lose any teeth. What's one word that you would use to describe Borah so far?
Exciting.
Exciting. Cool.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Borah Pridecast, episode 18. I'm still whispering because the PSAT is still happening. We'll be back soon with some Halloween stories and more shows for you. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to the Borah Pridecast. Email us at borahpridecast@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter and wherever you get your podcasts.